Did you just say?
No, Ellie.
Ah, yes. Joel doing what Joel does best. Punching first, talking never, and calling it parenting.
Last night, I was drinking too much. I'm trying to say I'm sorry. Made you some sandwiches.
Okay.
Your steak. What you got there?
Bigot sandwiches.
For Pride Month, we are revisiting this moment because even in the apocalypse, who you are still matters. So today, we're reclaiming the Bigot Sandwich.
We start with the foundation, bread. But not just any bread. This is rosemary garlic focaccia. Fluffy like a post-apocalyptic pillow on the inside, and soaked in enough olive oil to make your ancestors proud. Let's make it from scratch, because if the world's ending, you deserve good carbs. One of the most critical parts of the Bigot sandwich is this delicious rosemary garlic focaccia. To start, we're gonna take 2 cups of 110-degree water and add it into a bowl. And we're also gonna take 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Gonna give it a quick whisk. We're gonna set this aside for 5 to 10 minutes. And while we're waiting for that, we're gonna prepare our dry ingredients. This is super simple. It's just 4 cups of all-purpose flour and 2 teaspoons of salt. And we're just gonna give that a quick whisk so it's nice and mixed up. We got our KitchenAid out and we let our yeast mixture sit for about 10 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and put this on stir and start adding in our yeast mixture. You wanna go in nice and slow so everything comes together nice. Now, you don't have to add olive oil in at this time, but I like to add a little splash of olive oil in there as well. You want to get a good bit of olive oil in this bowl so it doesn't stick. So our dough is done. We're gonna unlock this, pull it out, get it off our dough hook. We're gonna grab our bowl that's greased up with some Earl, mix that Earl around a little bit, and then you're just gonna take your dough and you're gonna go ahead and plop it in this bowl. Make sure you get all that good dough out of there. And you're gonna cover this with plastic wrap and let it rise for about 2 hours. So since we have a cooking show, we decided to pre-make the dough and we let it rise for 2 hours already. So we're gonna go right into the next step, which is going to be to take a 13 by 9 pan like this, and we are going to coat the entire thing with butter. This may seem a little unnecessary, but I promise you it's gonna make a giant difference when it's coming out of the oven. And you're literally just gonna smother that entire bottom of the pan with some butter. So now that you got your pan buttered up, you're gonna go ahead and take your dough and you're gonna give it a little, you just wanna let all that gas out, and you're just gonna go ahead and take that and get it off this bowl, and you're just gonna let it drop right into the center of this 13 by 9. Once you have it in your pan, that's all you're gonna do. You're just gonna let it sit there, you're gonna cover it up with a nice paper towel, and you're gonna go ahead and let it rise for another 30 minutes to an hour. And again, because we have a cooking show, we went ahead and pre-made this, so we didn't have to have you guys waiting for 30 minutes. To start, we're gonna go on with some fresh rosemary. Next, we're going on with some fresh, thinly sliced garlic. And we're gonna hit it with some nice sea salt. And last but not least, probably like 2 tablespoons of olive oil on there. And this is the fun part, you're gonna get your fingers all up in there. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna push everything down and just let your fingers kind of form some air bubbles. Now that our fingers are all out of there, we're gonna go ahead and put it in the oven at 425 degrees for 30 minutes.
It's just a sandwich, meat, peppers, onions. But in a world like Ellie's, where every bite is survival and every glance can be a threat, it means more.
This is a 1-pan steak sandwich recipe, and the first step is to go ahead and put the mushrooms in. Now remember what we learned from Bill, we're putting the mushrooms in dry. And the idea is they're gonna kind of sweat a little bit, and all that's gonna come off, and we're gonna have nice, perfectly textured, flavored, delicious mushrooms. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. Our shroomies are all kind of dried up. Now our next step, we're gonna go ahead and add in some olive oil. All right, so I pushed them all to the side. We're gonna add olive oil to the other side of the pan here. And then we're going in with 1 whole chopped medium onion. Just gonna quickly add a little bit of salt. And on board, some pepper. Just as you see the color of the onion starting to become translucent, a little bit of brown, we're gonna add in 1 sweet pepper. The secret is to keep it separated because the intention is to cook this while that just kind of gets nice and more delicious and absorb all that salt, all the onion juices. Once you see a nice browning on those peppers, we're gonna go ahead and make a little hole here. I'm gonna throw in some garlic. We're gonna let that sit for about 30 seconds and get that flavor really start getting heated up, and we're gonna mix the mushrooms, the onions, and the peppers. Now that all the vegetables are pushed to the side, next we're cooking our beef. We have traded for some shaved ribeye. Hiya. Want to go ahead and just spread it out for the half that's open here. Once the steak is chopped up and you can see that it's basically halfway done, that's we're gonna go ahead and add in our herbs and spices. We're gonna put in 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of marjoram, and 1 tablespoon of oregano. We're gonna mix that up nice, get it in there. And the next step is just a little bit of your favorite barbecue sauce. So the next step here is to go ahead and just place on some cheese. We traded for a nice aged cheddar. Highly recommend. With all that cheese placed across, we're gonna go ahead and cover, wait till it melts, and we're gonna serve it all up.
And there it is, a steak sandwich. But not just thrown together, shaved ribeye seared hard for that deep, beefy char. Onions, peppers, and mushrooms cooked slow until they blend into one dish. Garlic, oregano, and marjoram, aromatics that speak in whispers, not shouts. All of it stacked high on toasted focaccia, golden, crisp at the edges, pillowy inside, catching every bit of rendered fat and spice. It's rustic, defiant, and unapologetically bold, just like the video game Ellie.
In The Last of Us 2, Ellie has a little run-in with an old bigot, and Joel finishes it before Ellie can finish it herself.
And the next morning he feels really bad about it and makes this steak sandwich for Jesse and Ellie right before they go out on patrol.
And at that moment, Ellie coined the bigot sandwich, which she never even gets to eat. She wakes up in the hospital afterwards. Spoiler.
We're gonna eat it.
Spoiler. All right, Kev, let's dive into this.
Heck yeah, man, I'm super excited. Oh, this
Big
bread.
Sandwich. A big sandwich. Big gut sandwich. He was really sorry.
Yeah, he pulled out all the stops. As he should. There's absolutely no room for hate.
Yeah, all these flavors just come together really, really well. I got nothing to say. He was sorry.
Me and Jay are gonna finish this up.
This is so good.
You guys should go out and subscribe.
And if not, that's okay. We still love you. Have a good one.
Happy Pride.
I